Up, 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 up. Hello, to anyone watching this rather past, present, or future, and welcome to welcome to the train that's in my wizard tower. No, welcome to the fourth stream of my Pokemon Emerald run where I only use Dark type Pokemon. Yeah. First off, I just want to say before I go into like any recap or anything, I want to address two things. One, thank you guys for waiting for stream. I usually have those 5 minutes so then people can come in before we start proper. And, you know, even though now I see 3 viewers, I saw 4 viewers at one point, which is definitely the most I've seen before starting stream proper. So, like, that really means a lot and it's really cool to see. And secondly, so anyone who was here last stream may remember me going on this little rant about the entire history of the United States. Up until like around the 60s and 70s where I sort of petered out. But because you guys seem to be very interested about me just throwing out lore around, I have added in the chat redeems new redeems for real lore, just historical events, or animal lore, because I also just like going off about animals, because animals just have a lot of weird facts about them. So, yeah. And I guess if you're wondering what I was doing while going over American history, we got a new friend. His name is Hobbs. He is a little goblin, Sableye, and we used him to just junk Brawly. And because I was so deep into my ranting and just sort of going on like Pokemon autopilot, I ended up beating Watson. My intention was not to beat Watson this last session at all, but I just ended up doing it because I was not stopped. So yeah, because of that progress, I'm feeling a teensy bit ambitious. My goal today is to try and beat Maxie and Flannery, and I think Maxie's gonna be all right. But Flannery, I think, is gonna be a bit of a challenge, mostly because first off, dark types in this game are very built to be glass cannons. They're very much made to attack first and hit hard with physical attacks despite them being special attackers. But we don't really have any coverage for fire types, rather if it's for offensive or defensive, like at all. And Intimidate's not really gonna help. So, we'll see as Maxie, and again, and how you doing today? Maxie is at Mount Chimney in his first fight. He's going to be up the volcano you might see in the map. It's right next to the Pokemon Emerald Dark types only thing. That is what the first Maxie fight is. Then going down the volcano, we'll have access to the route to get to Lava Ridge. So yeah. And I'm doing alright. I'll be honest, I haven't been getting as much sleep. That is because ADHD, time management bad, and also Civilization 6 exists. And when I get into those phases, time is not real. For an example, now, before I go into that rant, you're correct, Helen. I swear, I've seen your name so much and I feel so bad struggling with a regular's name. Helingatim. Helingaitum? Corfish and Carvana are both water dark types that are available in this game. But you need Surf for that. We can't get Surf till we beat Norman, which is the 5th gem. So that presents a problem. Oh, I am? Oh, that's good. You can call me Knight? Alright, perfect. Hi Silver Frog! How are ya? I think I can go on with my my bits while playing the game. Because I feel like otherwise I'll just be in this loading screen while Pokemon Emerald hyphen soundtrack for studying / relaxing XQ keeps on playing. So why don't we get actual Pokemon out? That'd be pretty gamer. Oh, I could probably also turn the sound on. Beep. But yeah, basically my mood recently has been just a little off, just because I haven't been sleeping as much because time management with a game like Civilization is bad. Like for reference, I had Monday off, and wait a fucking second. I am fucking screaming. I didn't save. Ah! Okay. Ah! Cool. All right, guys. So now you get me to actually get to this part of the game without an entire lecture of the United States history. I am screaming. God. Did I not even go... No, I've talked to Steven again. Oh, no. Oh, my God. I guess I must have just, like, raided and then just turned the game off? Shit. This sucks. Oh, well. Oh, well, it's gonna be a casual stream then. But yeah, back to what I was talking about me looking to the abyss that is Civilization. So on Monday, I had my day off, and I sat down, and I thought, hey, you know what would be real cool? This guy, Quinn Reviews, got out almost a 5-hour video essay on Victorious. Fuck yeah. I'll watch that. I blinked. I was 4.5 hours in when I was like just checking the time. So yeah, I know one goal I have is to use any donations or any subscription money for a Twitch capture card, specifically an Elgato, which could also be used for other capsules. Not capsules, consoles. And yeah, so if you are ever interested in me going into a long stream of playing Civilization, well, hey, any bits or subs helps me get there. So yeah, I know technically, because Elgato is like it's about $100, and I know recently, I basically have $20 with Twitch with about 9 subs, give or take. So yeah, you know, we're about a quarter of the way there. But of course, I don't want to pressure people to paying me, because I think that's an asshole thing to do. And I just want that to be more of like an incentive, like, hey, if you want cool content, I definitely can. I just need to have money for it. Because I know I do have ooh, nice scratch. Because I do know when I get a Twitch, when I get an Elgato, and I can add the Switch to the roster of games. I know some ideas I want to do is, if people really want me to, I would consider doing Gen 8 possibly in the far future, not anytime soon. But like Three Houses content, I have an idea of basically letting chat decide what I would do with the game. Basically, like letting them decide like what house am I gonna be in, what units to recruit, what classes are we gonna make our units. Just basically give them all the choices, and I have to deal with them. I give you hugs to try and make you feel better, but COVID and all. But I appreciate the sentiment. Also, I did see that pop up. I was caught in my zone. But yeah, there's that I want to do. I know, of course, Civ could be good chill streams. I know there's a Kill la Kill fighting game, which first off, when I found about that like 5 years after the show had aired, I lost my shit because I was legit never expecting anything Kill la Kill becoming official ever. And I haven't looked into it. I haven't played it much yet. So that'll be definitely a fun thing I'd want to try on stream. I played some content of like just player versus player because I know my cousin has it. Who they specifically got it for me because they know to play it with me because they know I fucking love Kill la Kill. And it's called Kill la Kill If. It's very cheap too if you're interested in Kill la Kill. It's only about like $10 and usually goes on sale a lot. Well, it usually goes on sale for $10 often, but yeah. Yeah, so I would do that. Maybe some Stardew Valley, because I got Stardew Valley on there. That could be also another chill stream material. Oh yeah! Of course, there's also Hades. That's always open. Man, I haven't played Hades in a while. It's been since like March, April maybe? Probably be cool to do maybe like a new playthrough with it. But yeah. I know even another goal for everyone wants the subs to support me is I know with subs it also determines emotes, and I know right now I have like 9 subscription points, so that's like people are subbing normally and with gift subs, and I believe it's at 15 I get to get another emote. And I know Vivian VTuber, who made my good old emotes that are available for subs. She's working on some more because I ordered 6 of them. So, yeah. So yeah. Bye. Hey, how's everyone else doing though? How's everyone else doing while I don't talk about chilling myself? Beep. Hey, Soulfrog, if you're here, I saw your stream the other day. How do you feel finally having the shiny stone after all this time? I know you worked very hard, or at least been trying to get it for so long. Also, I'm gonna have to change the name of the stream now, because I feel like And forgot to save. There we go. There we go. Peak content. Bop. Alright. Now the stream's truly archived. Man, imagine you just get asked by, like, Jeff Bezos, like, big CEO, and go like, hey, can you live slow to my son? It's like, what up? I'm actually the Pokemon champion, by the way, but, like, I don't really care about that much. You know, I'm, like, the former champion, so, like, I don't need to care. Man, Steven's kind of weird, though. Like, I feel like he's a Pokemon trainer who, like, is the champion because he's rich. And, like, it's not because he's not skilled. Like, he's a good champion and everything. He's got, like, a good type. He's got some diversity in his team. He's not really, like, just, like, he says he's steel type, but he has, like, a lot of rock types, too, which is pretty bold for a champion. And he got Metagross, which is very cool. Skarmory goods for setup and all that. Like, that's great. That's good for him. But, like, I really do feel like he got that far up just because he has a rich dad. And, like, basically was like, I mean, I got the position, but I don't feel as passionate about it. So I'll give it to my best friend and smooch buddy Wallace. That's gonna be a good idea. I'll really appreciate that. Because you can't tell me that. I mean, obviously we all know Wallace is a gay man, very gay, very fabulous, very quality man. And of course, we all know that him and Steven, they smooch. They smonch. They smonch. That's when you that's when you're munching something and smooching. It's like you're sharing a piece of gum. Oh, I hate that. Oh, I don't know why that's hit me so hard. It's okay. I can blame all this immature prattle with sleep deprivation. Sorry, Pamp, I might have to go watch my friend on this stream. Oh, dude! Don't worry! Never feel sorry about not showing up. Like, I just appreciate that you stopped by even if it was for a little bit. I hope your friend has a good time streaming and that, you know, you can help support your friend. Thanks. It probably won't be hard. At least probably won't. I do think it'd be cool if Sableye got like a regional variant, like maybe for like if he got a regional variant for like Arceus or something, where like he basically just becomes like a Ghost Rock type because of his gems. That'd be neat. I don't need foresight. I don't need my gem eyes seeing shit. Small. Tiny. Wow. Wow. Ha, idiot. Idiot can't even butt my head. A fool or an absolute buffoon. Do, 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 do. Nice. Do, 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 do. Bum, bum. Yes, good XP. Good XP. Wait, I made a mistake. I made a fool's error. Wow. Alright, pro tip for anyone streaming Pokemon games. Best way to milk out content is you have an entire stream where you do a lot of stuff. And then you don't save. So you get to do all that exciting stuff with people who didn't catch your stream, and the regulars just know they have to just relax and hear this is background noise and it's infinite content, especially because do it over and over again. And to claim you guys don't learn your lesson. If Here You Go Rocky can get away from forgetting, you can too. Wow. Oh. Bum bum ba da 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 dum bum bum bum. Ooh. Hit that board real hard. Hit this dumpling man with a full spook, gave him a heart attack. His arteries is clogged up. Clogged up with fear. Wonderful. Wonderful, wonderful. Bum bum ba-dum, bum 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 bum. Yes. The get out route. The route to get out. I do appreciate though with Emerald, even though I didn't save and I lost quite a bit of progress. Emerald's a pretty fast game for the most part. Like, I feel like Emerald is one of the faster games to make up for lost time. Like, I think, okay, weird thing I'm gonna say here. I think that Pokemon, like, Gen 2 is short, but not necessarily fast. There's a lot of little things that make it a little longer, specifically around endgame, or like mid-game, because like it has a bit of a slower early game, really fast mid-game, and a bit of a slow, and it slows down a little bit at endgame before you speed up. It has like a lot of weird like stop and goes, but Emerald, I really feel like Emerald's a game where, for the most part, you're speeding on through. You can just go, go, go. You don't have to rest that much. Like again, I think the only time you really have to slow down is probably by Elite 4. Just because the Elite 4 is a pretty drastic level increase. But that's just how Elite 4 were before Gen 5. Oh. You growled at me. You growled at me. It is pretty wild how you can do Watson before, for Brawly if you want. Because technically, you only really have to do, on that island, you only have to really do, the whole, you only really have to do the Steven mission. But after that, you could legit skip Broly's Jam in the meantime and just do it later. I think that's crazy. Because, like, you know, I know in Gen 1 and 2, they also were pretty free in which gems you could, go back and go in what order, because I think in Gen 1, as a kid, I didn't really find that out, because I always saw it like, oh, this is the order of the gems? I have to do it in this order. With, like, Koga, then Sabrina, then, Blaine. But I didn't realize once you got Surf, you could do, like, either or. Oh, that's cute. I don't know how to swim, but I'm pretending. That's pretty interesting. I know, like, Gen 2, you could do Chuck, Jasmine, or Price in any order, which is why the level caps are pretty low in those games. And as a kid, I never did that, because I just thought, like, oh yeah, take care of it in a certain order. Because, like, that's how it was in literally any game past Gen 4. But here, they keep that alive just a tiny little bit. Just a little smidgen. Little smidgen of a pigeon. Ooh. Water hit dog hard. Ooh. Oh, I see we got some more people and more people watching. How you guys doing? What's the vibe? Hi, Ice Crystal. How you doing? Oh, Kenga. Yeah, this is a dark type only run. I'm only using dark type Pokemon in this run. This is my second time doing a mono type challenge as well. And let me tell you, hi, the Great Eyebrows. How you doing? Which one's your boy? I'm curious who's your boy, Ice Crystal. America. Oh, I fucking wish, dude. Murkrow is not in Gen 3. But I know I was thinking before, I was in a little bit of a minor debate with myself if I wanted to go do Emerald, because I really enjoy Emerald and it's a pretty fast game, all things considered. But I was considering doing a Gen 4 Dark type run, where I would try to use the Pokemon randomizer to either let people decide if I'd have Murkrow or Skunky be my starter. Because, fun fact, in Pokemon Platinum, you can get a pretty sizable amount of Dark types, but you can't get Skunky and Murkrow, and those are Pokemon you get at very early game. So I thought I would be like, okay, well, cool. I would just get a Pokemon that I wouldn't normally get, have that as a cool way to sort of have it start out. It'd be rough for like the first gym anyway, with Rourke having a lot of rock and ground types, and both those Pokemon sort of struggling with those, and everything. But yeah, you have a thing for Dark types, don't you? I think Dark types are pretty cool. I definitely grew to love Dark types a lot after playing Sun and Moon. Because after Sun and Moon, I ended up having a team of mostly Dark types, or like Dark type adjacent Pokemon. Like I had Incineroar, I had the Alolan Muck, I had the Midnight form of Lincoln Rock, which isn't a Dark type, but I give it an honorary Dark type. Like I had that, I had Pangoro, like I had all those boys. I love them dearly. Oh, you like psychic types? Well, well, hey, you enjoy what you enjoy, and that's what matters. But no, and also I think with this game, oh, I remember doing a randomizer where I had random types. My Skunky was rock poison. Ooh, that's a funky type. It's a funky little boy right there. Very frail, but hey, Skunky has some defense, so you know he can make it work. Oh wait, that's gonna be Earthquake. Frick. Kept getting my mom's a double weakness stick around. Oof. Oh no, I get that. Ice Crystal, you don't fucking understand. The first monotype challenge I did was a rock type only run of Pokemon Platinum. And let me tell you, that's a real talent. That's a real one right there. Because not only do you have to really worry about ground types with Pokemon that have, say for example, I'm just gonna throw out a number. But you have to watch out for fighting and ground types in particular. And you will not have any you won't have many counters to water or grass types. But mostly fighting types. I looked directly at Cynthia's Lucario, which put me in a reloop hellscape. I was in a time hell. I was living a heck. And that heck is the only thing preserved of my rock type only run, which is a shame because like I had a lot of fun with that run, but that's like I had a real bad time with Elite Four. I like most of the game I had some like challenges like you know, like Gardenia, which is the grass type gym, or like Crash or Wake, and the like these were sort of expected challenges, right? but like Cynthia, the Elite Four in general was a pain. It was an oof, an ouch even. Cause like, and at first it was like, oh okay, well their types are, their levels are a bit higher and it's a bit tougher with some fight Pokemon. Like Bertha was tough. But like, basically after like 3 hours of dealing with the Elite Four, right? I get through it and I get to Cynthia. I deal with Cynthia for 2.5 more hours, and I went fucking insane as a result. Oh wait, no, wrong building. Oh. Stop. Stop. Oh wait. I am a fool. I am a fool who duel. Alright, he's gonna tell me like, hey, go to... Yeah, I'll do the Team Aqua event before I go to, before I, deal with, Brawly. Brawly. Alright, I don't know if we can pay this fee, guys. Ooh, 50 cents. What's your competitive skills like? I have general awareness of the competitive. I mostly did competitive in like Gen 6. But I know the strats, you know? I don't tend to use a lot of the competitive items that much. And in earlier games like this, I'm really bad at EV training because I'm very impatient. Oh, dude, I'm sorry to hear, man. Are you hearing like the cracks or pops or something? Or is it like, is it tight behind the knees? Because I get that a lot, and usually that's a sign of my body telling me I'm like dehydrated because my veins is tightening up. And like, it's gonna suck to like I sleep, but like, you know, seriously, drinking water has helped. If that's the problem. If it's like more around the joint parts, and I don't have no fucking idea, man. I ain't a knee doctor. I ain't a doctor of the patella. Oh, that's good. I'm always moist because... Now, that's not how hydration works. Also interesting, we're speed tied. Huh. I'm pretty sure hydration has to be internal drip, not external drip. Just like beauty. It's both ways, don't worry. I don't know if I went on this on stream or if I was, you know, reasonably talking about my grandma not understanding modern slang. Because I don't understand modern slang. To some degree. But I don't get drip. Like, I understand what it means, right? It's to say like, ooh, that's cool, that's hot, you know, it's fashionable. But like, what? Why do you? First off, why do you want to be dripping? Like, are you dripping with style? Is that what it's short for? I don't know. Cause like, to me, that just it sounds more gross than it does attractive. And when I see the clothes that are supposed to have the drip, you know, like a lot of the Supreme stuff and everything, first off, it's bad. But second off, it's like, really? You think this is dripping with anything? With all that bagginess? Like, that's not dripping, that is secure. That is containing all your liquids. Oh no. That's how you describe fashion, folks. Containing your liquids, not leaking it out. Bro, I'm Jinsey and I don't understand modern slang. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Alright. I'm gonna see the origin of the drip. Alright, let's look it up. Let's look up the origins of drip. Drip origin. Drip origin meaning. Okay, so looking it up on Google.com and seeing the first main result. Here's like the entry paragraph that would be in Urban Dictionary, so you know that means it's cool and accurate. The hip hop blog Hip Hop DX, okay, so it was director's cut, alright, cool, claims that the word originates in 2000's Atlanta rap scene, while 2018 Urban Dictionary entry argues it comes from early 2010's Jersey City, New Jersey slang. That doesn't sound true. However, it might also be a teen TV show from the 2000s Zoe 101 that introduced dripping as a slang for cool. Now, I never saw Zoe 101 as a kid, so I don't know enough about Zoe 101 to disprove this. Yes, they said the 2000s Atlanta rap scene, but debated that it could be the 2010s New Jersey scene. I don't know enough about Atlanta to agree with this or not. I do think it's wild that Atlanta is named after, Artemis's, like, BFF. Like, I don't know, I think it's pretty wild. Then again, also in Tennessee, there's a town called Memphis named after where the pyramids are near, which is pretty wild. And that's why they built the 9th largest pyramid, which was originally a sports arena, but then bought out by Bass Pro Shop. So, yeah, the 9th largest pyramid is corporately owned. Fun fact! Oh, that's through the Atlantic Ocean. Oh, wow, that's less cool. I don't know. I like towns with like weird names. Cause like, well, actually, the Atlantic Railroad. Oh, okay. Man, that sure isn't anything made from like the mid to late 1800s. Sure is. Yep. Name it after this industry or name it after this railroad. off. The Memphis Pyramid, like, I don't mind. There's like, I don't mind the fact that there's a big pyramid in the town of Memphis, Tennessee. Like, hey, that's cool. But, I guess, why does Bass Pro Shop have to own it? Like, that feels like something from a textbook, like, corporate dystopia, where one of the one of the big marvels of that part of the country, again, one of the 9th largest pyramids, one of the most celebrated and symbolically ancient symbols of, like, architecture with, like, Egypt and anywhere in, like, South America, is just, it's owned by Bass Pro Shop now, when it could just be a sports arena, which is just way cooler. Like, imagine going like, no, we don't have your dumb, oval, round, like, arenas. No, you entered the pyramid. Memphis Bear sold it. Well, I know they sold it. Like, don't worry. I read up the history of the Memphis, Tennessee pyramid, because I just remembered it existed, and on the first stream of one of my friends, I just went on Google and went on a deep dive. There is a battle pyramid, yes. It was so small and expensive for the Grizzlies, so they moved it to FedEx form. Ah, well, that's what taxes are for. Also, how could it be small? It's in the Memphis, Tennessee. It's in the pyramid. It's in the big pyramid. How small? How could small? Impossible. Unlikely. Unheard of. Absurd. Didn't seat many people, huh? Well then, consider. Just have seats that go up around the pyramid. Just make more seats! Now, I won't argue that it's not traditional, but also consider it's fucking rad. And imagine how fucking cool, like, it could be if you were out, instead of, like, you know, the Roman Colosseum, you get the fucking, you know, a pyramid where you can see the best of the best fight. And you know what they get to do? They just charge more, because, you know, we live in a capitalist society, baby. And upkeep is really fucking high. Trust me, I've been to both. FedEx Forum is a lot bigger. I mean, I bet. I mean, I know it has a hotel. It's got dining. It's got various sports areas. It's got Pro Bass Shop because it's a Pro Bass Shop, and that's what the pyramid is. Like, I also want to know, who would want to go to this huge pyramid, right? And to go, ooh, it's Bass Pro Shop? I could live inside Bass Pro Shop for the night? Well, don't mind if I do. Like, why? Well, okay, it's also the South. So this explains things a little bit. But still. This setup is very strangely, I'll give you that. I mean, I don't feel like I'd be in the same plane as reality if I entered the Memphis Pyramid. Like, I feel like that's a place where it's like, no, reality is not the same here. Gumption. Bum bum ba-da-dum bum. Wow. The bully fighter man. It's not as impressive as it sounds. I mean, you say that, probably because you've been in it, but it's more, it's the idea, it's the fact that it exists is what gets me, right? Like, you could say that the 9th largest pyramid in the world that is owned by Pro Bass Shop is whatever. But also, say that out loud, and I don't think that becomes agreeable anymore. I think then it starts becoming, I don't know, it just doesn't sound right. I want to hear some really whack shit. Tell me some really whack shit. Tell me the whack shit that I hope is related to the Memphis Pyramid. Oh, I don't want to know you. I went to the Memphis over 2 days and rode back in 1 day. I know sometimes it feels like when you... They went through Atlanta. Huh. Like, I know when you drive... The day we went... Yeah, okay, so I went to Memphis over 2 days. And rode back in 1. That's weird. Like, I know when you drive back to a place, it's fast, it feels faster, but it actually being faster? Like, was there just, like, no traffic? Ever get hit by... Did we get hit by the flu halfway through 13 hours of a car trip? Oof! Ah! That sounds horrible, man. I'm sorry. I'm sorry you had to deal with that. God, in 13 hours, like, that's... If I was in that position, I would be convinced that, like, oh god, stressing over driving for 13 hours straight is what's caused this. Wow. I was a rental car and it hit around 3 o'clock in the middle of Atlanta Grill. Oh! Ah! Bad. Oh, and I wasn't driving. Oh, okay, that's good. That's good at least. Because, like, if you were driving, that would be the fucking worst. Ah. Man, not even hit an item. Who would plan a secret way to their gym and not give me hidden item? We're not gonna discuss now, eyebrows, avoiding running into a retail car. The car, but I love. Nice. Oh, you ruined the retail car. How did you ruin it? What did you do? What would you do that would ruin the car? Did you just have like shit everywhere or something? Or did you actually like get a hit or something? Well, no, you only got hit by the flu, not by any other car. Oof! Okay, you actually did puke, because like, sometimes with the flu is real fickle. Like, sometimes it's a pukey, like, bug flu, and other times it's just like, just kind of one of those, like, you're just gonna be miserable, and your sinuses are going to be inflamed, and your stomach is just hurty. But, oof. Yeah. Ooh. Fun. Very good way to go. Yeah. Man, viruses in general are pretty fucked up. Because, like, I remember when I was, like, in biology, as a young fawn, learning about how the world works. Viruses are fucking weird because, you know, most creatures and, like, living things have, like, DNA, you know, the thing that, like, builds cells and everything. And, like, viruses have, like, the adjacent material, RNA, which is basically, like, it's like the proteins and everything. But viruses are just that. They're not DNA, but they can make code. They can basically make genetic code. So they are not alive. They are just a jumble of just genetical data that just goes to other cells and go copy paste, and then they make more viruses there that will just go up to try and copy paste, and you can't really get rid of them. They just sort of exist until they do not, which I just found that so fucking wild when I first learned about that concept. And yeah, fucked up. Memphis is a cool place, but I will never go back again. Fucking cursed. Understandable. Very understandable. I know for me, one time I went on to go to like a road trip with some friends to Seattle. And I remember driving towards Seattle, like you can see the sort of like picturesque image of Seattle, like all the buildings, all the skyscrapers, the Space Needle, and everything, and it looked very cool. But then we drove into the actual city, like we kept on driving and we got to the actual roads of Seattle, and it was fucking filthy, like all, like newspapers everywhere, garbage, litter, everything on the side of the roads. Everything felt so clustered, like the buildings felt so tight around each other, and like, especially because I was around downtown, all the buildings felt like really old, and not like in the charming way, but more like in a, man, everything feels like they need a paint job or something kind of old, and had like big wide alleys that I felt like if I walked there I'd get mugged, and like a lot of construction, a lot of everything felt like really close together. It just made me go like, oh cool, I didn't like New York, I don't like this. Because I don't want to puke in a McDonald's cup to keep inside the rental car clean ever again. Ooh, I get that. I get that. I nod in understanding. I know, hey, Hmm. How did you enjoy it, Ice Crystal? It was at the airport. I've not been to KFJ. I've been to Oh hell yeah, great eyebrows. That's always great to hear, you know, for like the whole week? Fuck yeah, dude. But yeah, no. Just I haven't been to the KFJ airport. But I have been to Newark, and I just bully anyone here, anyone in the East Coast, because I have a lot of family there. And they don't get that they say New York and Newark like exactly like just like basically the same, because like when you say it with the East Coast accent, you know, New York and Newark becomes Newark, which sounds very much like New York. Like, I genuinely don't get how they don't understand how similar they are. And like when I say it as Newark, you know, what it is, they're like, no, you're fucking dumb. And I just find that very baffling. But yeah, I think the only interesting airport I've been in is the one in Portland. Just because that one's got like that green carpet. Like apparently a lot of people have shat on that, not literally shat on it, but like shat on its fashion taste of having this very tacky green carpet throughout the whole place. But it's a nice airport. I think it's very good overall, but it's just that green carpet that's a little funky. I don't understand such Yankee folk. Understandable. East Coast is weird. Bum, 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 bum. I know though, I tend to get really bad air sickness. That's right, we're going back to puke talks, which is always a great thing to do when you want to have some nice, relatable content. But I get really bad air sickness, and like good times, and it only really happens on planes. Yeah, that's right. I only get air sickness on planes. Wording. It's choice. But, yeah. And I only got it, like, I didn't used to have it. Like, when I was young, when I was a young man, like, pre-double digits, I would be perfectly fine on a plane. Like, just give me my DS and I will be looking at it the entire flight. Perfectly fine and perfectly content. But then I reached like around 12, and when I got on a plane, I got horribly sick around the end, and I didn't get why, and it felt like a one-time thing, like maybe I was just dehydrated. Then it happened again in another flight, and it kept on happening. And even with meds, like even if I have like those patches or anything, or I take some Dramamine, my body still finds a way. And like literally like the last half hour or hour, my body will just go like, hey buddy, we're just gonna puke like a little bit. Like, we're not gonna go like full on you're sick and like pump your stomach level. But like we're gonna have a little bit of a fuck you. How are you for takeoffs? I'm really fine with takeoffs. Like, it literally is, like, mostly, like, throughout the actual flight itself, my body, my stomach just gets, like, uncomfortable at a certain point. Like, I'd say probably, like, an hour in. And, again, usually about, like, a last hour of flight, regardless of how long it is, it will start, like, my throat would get that really uncomfortable tight feeling and really start like salivating as like really like and it base I get like a hot flash and it's basically like, you know what's coming, buddy. We're not gonna tell you when, but it's gonna happen. And let me tell you, that is the most anxiety inducing like 10 to 20 minutes I experience on a flight, and I hate it. I hate it a lot. But like takeoffs and landings, I'm perfectly fine. And like I know I can't really like eat anything before going on a flight, which sucks. Cause like most of the flights I've had in the past are usually like super early ones that will go on to like the midday. So like I go on like half a day without like eating shit, and I'm a type of person that really likes having a schedule and, you know, take care of myself in any way possible, like eating or, you know, sleeping, drinking water, etc. But you can't really do on a plane. You can't really take care of yourself on a plane that well. Like self-care on a plane is pretty bad, actually. Especially with, especially because, like, you get super dehydrated on flying because you're at such high altitude. One time I was on a plane and nobody was next to me. Fuck yeah. I slept on a plane and the guy was next to me. It was so random. Wait. Once I was on a plane and nobody was next to me. I slept on a plane and the guy was next. Oh! Huh. I know one time when I was like sleeping on a plane about like a few years ago, someone just gave me like a neck pillow while I was sleeping, and it was very kind. But also when I'm in like a med sleep, it's so weird because when you're at least when I'm asleep with meds, I am at a weird state of like time doesn't pass normally, but I am aware of time and I'm aware of everything around me. Like if I hear everything, I hear the I feel and like hear like the people going up and down the aisle and everything. But just time's like slightly off. You know, it's like I don't feel like the full hours, but like I know time is passing. It's weird. But yeah. But yeah, no, I just imagine like you're sleeping, you have your eyes closed, and you just feel someone just put a neck pillow around you. That happened to me. I assume maybe he was in the wrong seat, perhaps. I just moved. Maybe. But also on planes, like, it's kind of bullshit that, like, you had to have specific seating. Like, honestly, like, unless it's first class, I really shouldn't give much shit. Like, you're in the plane, you got in the plane, I don't think it matters after that. Let's see, what's some other fun plane stories? I know when I'm on those, like, I take one of those patches for motion sickness when I go on a plane, which you can put on for like days at a time apparently, because they're built for like people on boats and everything. Like if you got like seasick, and I have like no appetite with those. Like I don't like eating. Not good. Eating not a fun time with it. But I had a cross country flight, and I was in an airport in California, and I was like, okay, man, understandable you didn't eat shit this morning because like you were in a 4-hour flight or like a 3-hour flight to get here, and you woke up at like 4. Understandable, you don't have to eat anything there. But I was like, okay, but I should eat like something before I go, like some meal before I go on like my real long flight. And I find this really cool crepe shop. And I think it was around, I think it was near San Diego. Yeah, I think it was definitely more South California. But I found a really cool place there. I like crepes, and it was like, oh, okay, had some nice savory ones and sweet ones. I was like, oh, maybe I should get more of a savory one, because, you know, I'm also really also, mind you, when I have a patch on, I'm like really drowsy and really fuck it. So I'm like, okay, yeah, I can just get a savory one, real quick. You know, get some cheese, get some like turkey, so I'd really sleep. Maybe some like, I don't know, ham or some like real, like almost sandwichy, you know, something nice and warm. And I see them make the crepe, and it's very nice. It looks very good. I find a place to try and eat it, and because of my meds, I can't even enjoy this crepe, which I know I like. Like, I know it wasn't like the crepe was bad. It was legit, like, I just could not enjoy the crepe because I had no real sense of taste. And it was a modern travesty. And that little piece of crepe got thrown up at the end, and I knew that was exactly what got thrown up because you just know. Like in the last hour of this like 7-hour flight. And oh, buddy. That was big smelly. But yeah, there's a reason why I don't fly much. Because I'm miserable. And like, I know me and my parents, as I was growing up, were sort of thinking like maybe it's like a like it's a space thing. Oh, excuse me. Like maybe I get really uncomfortable with the tight space. And like, because I used to, as a kid, I really loved window seats because I really liked looking out, like when you're flying and you just see like the landscapes and everything, like all the farmland, and like when you're in clouds, oh, that's so cool. It's so cool to be inside clouds, and like all that cool shit. And then I guess I just got in a tight space, and yeah, I guess legs hated not being able to stretch, and body just pressed the anxiety button. Is sort of the working theory. So yeah, I don't know how much true that is, but I definitely go for aisle seats because of that like reasoning. And let me tell you, I still get sick. And yeah, and I don't get that with any other form of transportation. Like, if I'm in a car ride for a long period of time, I'm fine. I'm perfectly okay. Like, I'm actually very used to taking, like, 3 to 4 hour car rides, like, regularly. Or just being a passenger in one. And, like, I've never been... I think I've been in a car sick, like, once. But I think it was from underlying conditions. Yeah, going through the clouds is so good, right? Like, it's just really cool to see, like, just sort of like everything, like the mists and everything move, or like, you know, if you're in a darker patch or a lighter patch, and it's like a fun bumpy, it's like a fun turbulence, you know? It's very good, very high quality, would recommend. And like, I don't know, because it's always like wisping and sort of moving, I think it's like more interesting than like You know, the generic, like, oh, look at the farmland. Because when you look at the farmland, it's like, okay, it's the farmland. You know, everyone sees the farmland every now and then. There, it's like, ah, yeah, real shit, real shit. Like, that's where you get the window seat for. I get the great eyebrows. I don't fly. My feet stay firmly in the ground. And you are very valid for that. I'm also in that same line of thought. Brum. Figure out. Yes. Yes. I think that was the longest Plutzel Mine fight I've been in just because of... Oh, but they gave me $22, so I feel compensated. Alright. So I think what I'm gonna do is I think I'm gonna save that route that's on the side there. I might save that... Oh, let me double check Watson's level cap. Because like, I know we could probably do it a little under level, but it would be cool if we were just like, you know, run the level. Watson. Pokemon Watson. Tell me your power, Watson Pokemon. Okay, 24. Okay, we may want to grind then. I don't want to grind with those extra trainers. Because I was thinking like, oh, well, we can save those with like the other trainers. Oh yeah, ring seating is also unpleasant. Yeah, because again, as I was saying earlier, like I get the idea of like, you know, doing that when you get the flight, you know, to confirm that. Oh, Scott, no, I didn't. No, I don't want to go to the battle tent. That was an accident. No, shut up, Scott. Please shut up, please. Oh my God, Scott. Scottery. Hi, Roxanne. Oh, right, because it happens when you beat Raleigh. But like, I get the idea of like, if you want a family together or anything, or if you wanted to okay, is this a person? Like if you wanted stuff like that, or even you know, just want a specific spot of the plane, like that's cool and everything. But also, I think it's fair, right, to be like, hey, can I switch seats? And that being acceptable. And not having to be enforced by the flight attendants. Bum, bum, ba-da-dum, bum. Critic bite. Also, again, a fun reminder. All dark type moves are special. Even if you bite someone, that's a special attack. Also another fun reminder. Roselia is 1 inch tall. Oh wait. Is it 2 inches tall actually? Let me double check. Roselia. Roselia is, yep, 1 inch tall. And like, when growing up, I see like things like this. So you don't see for scale. You think Roselia is like pretty decently sized. Then you see Roselia's 1 inch tall. What's it gonna do? What are you gonna do when I'm fucking small, 1 inch tall? Where I view my trains. I can be a conductor, the tiniest conductor. Don't mind me, I'm just vibing my brain of Trains by Neil Cicierega. Which, if you don't know that song, it is basically about one guy who's just really enthusiastic about trains. Like, he just wants you to go down to his basement, check out show off his trains, and then he goes into an unhinged rant about how this one guy in his conductor's club shat on his favorite train, and him just like losing his shit over it, and having a fantasy about slowly over time thinking smaller so that he would become progressively smaller, so that only that he can conduct his trains, which would be now the biggest trains now that he is small, but also go inside that one person who shat on his like train taste and attempt violence with such things as taking a shit on his brain and holding his arteries with his little grubby hands. It's a very good song. We recommend. Bum 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 bum. I'm 6'3" and I drive a Ford truck because I'm not, and it's not fucking comfortable. Yeah, I'm not personally that tall, but man, I sure heard the tall life is a challenging one. The world is not made for people over 6 feet. Me and the homies hate planes. Like, you know, cool they exist and everything. Don't want to be on one. I do think it's wild. Hi, you're gonna get a free history redeem. Pretty wild how, like, back in World War One, you know, planes were pretty new at the time. Like, they were probably about, like, a decade or so old at that point. And they were mostly used for, like, reconnaissance, because, like, you just are a flying device at that point, right? And, they were like, okay, well, if you encounter another plane and you need to take one down, we'll just bolt a machine gun onto it. And that will be how it works. We put a machine gun on it, and if you find another plane, just shoot at it. They may also have a machine gun on it, so really just hit their wings first. I just think that's wild. This is like, just screw it, just grill it, screw it on, like, right in front of the cockpit. Just have it there, just in case. Fuck small planes in particular. I nod. Also, I found it interesting that fake out in this game is not priority. Oh, it does have priority. That's weird. Huh. I wonder why it was like the third thing that went on. Also, why are we talking about crawling around in people's libraries a minute ago? Oh, you know, it's part of a funny little song. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. This is a song about a guy liking his trains. It's called Trains by Neil Cicierega. Or alternatively Lemon Demon. I think it's under his name, Lemon Demon. It's the same guy, by the way. If you don't know much about Neil Cicierega, he's the same guy that did works like The Ultimate Showdown of Ultimate Destiny, as well as the Harry Potter Puppet Pals, and Brody Quest, which are pretty big, like 2000 memes. He also did the album. He also goes under a artist name of Lemon Demon, and though, like, when people think of weird music, that's weird music. It's very good weird music, and I love it. Never heard of him. Really? Huh. That's interesting. Yeah, his music is fun. I like it, because, like, to give you examples of what some of his other songs are about, there's one album that he has, sort of like a big one, mostly because it just has, like, a lot of his, like, sort of a lot of singles and stuff that he's worked on over the years. How weird, because I want to know some pretty strange music. Oh boy, I can get you to know. So let me give you some synopses of some of his music. There's one song called Lifetime Achievement Awards, one of the first ones in the album of Spirit Phone, which is the Big Lemon Demon album. And it's basically about people trying to resurrect a musician to have him perform and make them money, but basically artificially recreating him. Also, it confirms that Michael Jackson really happened, which is very good to know. Another one is Touchtone Telephone, which is about a big conspiracy nut who listens to, like, a radio station and feels like it's the key to, like, this conspiracy, and is really anxious to finally let someone know about the truth, and it just goes fucking crazy about it. There's a song called Cabinet Man, where it's about a man who converts himself to, like, this cabinet cyborg, where he genuinely feels loved as an arcade machine, where he gets attention, and also occasionally eats people and drives people to madness, but maybe they were predisposed to madness, who knows? It's like Imperial Trumpet is jazz black metal. It's pretty strange. Also, Diablo Swing Orchestra. Ooh. I like attention and to cause madness, and maybe eat people. Yep, that's Cabinet Man. That is the song Cabinet Man, and it's great. Let's see. Another good one. One of them is called The Eighth Wonder of the World, and The Eighth Wonder of the World is about an event. It is basically a a song describing this creature, where a lot of people like I'm gonna look it up. I'm gonna look up when it happened. Okay. When did this happen? Alright, in the 30s, there was like this family of 8 that had this like mass hallucination of this entity called Jeff the Mongoose. And the song is basically like using quotes to describe or have been supposedly said by Jeff the Mongoose, a talking mongoose who lives in the 8th dimension, has hands, has feet, and is a freak. You are aware of Jeff. Ah, great. Yeah, it's basically a tribute to Jeff the Mongoose. And fun fact, it's actually spelled G-E-F. Oh, I have heard of Will Wood, and I love his stuff. I just remember one day I stumbled into, Hand Me My Shovel, I'm Going In, and I listened to Inside a lot. Yeah, Inside is, because it's like a short album. It's an EP that's only like 30 minutes, and like if I need to get to a manic, evil like mindset, I go there. Like if I need to like think about like going knocking futs in like for like a game or something, or like I need to fantasize being fucking insane, I listen to Will Wood music. Let me go check something. But yeah, Will Wood music, good. Very highly would recommend. But yeah, back to Lemon Demon stuff. What's another good song I can think of? Ooh, there's one really good one called Redesign Your Logo, where it takes inspiration from these documents talking about the Pepsi logo and how that was formed, and taking note of like all the weird like moments, like say like, you know, you have to make your logo round and inoffensive, focusing on the colors and like treating it as like a universal symbol where like everyone must appreciate it, everyone must recognize it. That is how you obtain power. And just like it's basically like what I imagine. Like it's big, it's this weird corporate, like it sounds like what I imagine like a modern demon trying to like pitch you like the way to control people, and it's very good. Let me see. What's another good demon song? Those are the ones I mostly think about. But yeah, Will Wood and the Tapeworms. Oh, that's good as shit band. Like again, I listen to Inside a lot. Like again, if you just want to listen to this crazy music, just look up Will Wood. Inside I think is a good like. No, it's not Inside. It's Selfish. I'm thinking of Bo Burnham. It's Selfish. That's the album I'm thinking of. Selfish is a very good. It's a quick album too. It's only again like 30 minutes and about 5 songs. And if you really like that, I think you would really like the rest of Will Wood. Because like if you go back and you know, because I know there's a regular album, which is another one of his stuff. That one's basically like a bit more of that. Let me go check that thing. Used to be, if you looked on Spotify for Diablo Swing Orchestra, Will Wood was under the People You Also Like tab. Interesting. I might check out Diablo. I might check out Diablo Swing Orchestra because like that just sounds interesting to me. Because I like my jazziness of it, and, like, I just really, I like the type of music that goes all over the place, but, like, sounds coherent still, to an extent. And that's the one big reason I really like Will Wood. Do I have a singular favorite album? I'm not sure, because usually whenever I go, when people ask me favorites, I tend to get like, oh, I tried to think of like every album I've ever thought of. But I do think one album, it's jazz metal, very unique and very avant-garde. Ooh. Oh, interesting. Like, jazz metal as a concept sounds very fascinating. Like, I like parts of metal, but I can't always metal, you know? I like the tempo and, like, the hit of metal, but I don't go really deep into, like, the metal genres, if that makes sense. Like, I wouldn't go to, like, sludge metal or, like, heavy metal, you know? Like, if anything, I tend to lean towards, like, a weird spectrum of, like when it comes to that style of music, more like the rock or, like, leaning into metal type of, like, those sort of sides. Because I sort of think it's, like, there's, like, a spectrum of, like, rock. There's, like, the soft rock, typical rock, hard rock, metal, and then, like, any of the metal stuff I'm not really super aware of. The greatest genre. But no, like, metal jazz, though, that, like, in my brain, trying to conceptualize it, I guess imagine just, like, very fast tempo jazz. And with, like, you know, instruments you'd expect from metal, which sounds really fucking cool. Oh, excuse me. The favorite shit. The favorite album. I know for me, I have a trouble sometimes picking favorites, but I know one album I really like to enjoy. I really enjoy, and I may sound fucking basic for it. I really enjoy Demon Days for Gorillaz. Mostly because I just really like how it sounds as an album specifically. Because it feels coherent to me. Like, it feels like these songs are really good independently, but they also, like, I don't know if it was the intent, but it very much feels like a type of album that has a story to it, without necessarily being a sort of concept album. And I like that. It's sort of, I don't know, it gives me like creative vibes a lot. Yeah. That's the one I really like. I don't know if it's my favorite, but it's one of my favorites, just as an album. Because I feel like when you listen to something as an album, and I don't listen to albums a lot, so that's why I'm feeling it maybe a bit more. I'm having a bit of a different expectation of album versus just songs. But like with an album, I sort of expect it to be like the whole experience of listening to all these songs. And sort of where you get through that experience instead of just liking the songs on the album, if that makes any fucking sense. So for example, like, I like a lot of the songs in Demon Days, but, you know, only so many of them I would listen to on its own. But like, listening to the whole album, it builds like an experience that I really like, and an atmosphere to it of like this almost like post-apocalyptic world is what I usually get from it, and it's very interesting to me. But yeah. Zero Judgment, that album is absolutely fucking flawless. Aw, fuck. Thank you. I mean, it's fucking Gorillaz. You can't really go wrong with Gorillaz. They're pretty solid. Like, I know I haven't listened to, because I got into Gorillaz a lot more when I started Wizard College. Because like I knew of them before, but I didn't really start like listening to their stuff till then. And like I really enjoy like Demon Days and like Plastic Beach. I haven't listened to the whole thing. Like I haven't sat down and listened to all of Humans, mostly because Humans is long, and Humans to me, whenever I've listened to most songs from Humans, it's not a bad. I don't think they're bad songs. They're just not songs that I enjoy or go for Gorilla. Like, how should I say this? I don't feel like a lot of the songs in Humans that I've heard of sound like Gorillaz songs. And it's weird because Gorillaz is a band that mostly is collaborative. Like, yeah, you have, I know Gorillaz, like, as a band really only has, like, 2 members, for the most part, from what I recall. Like, and not, like, the animated band. That's way cool, and please give them a TV show. I know that they've, at least, had funded it. I don't know how the production of it is going. But anyway, like, I love the band of it, and it's a really cool gimmick that, like, I really wish more bands would do. Because also, animated music videos are fucking rad. But where was I? What am I thinking? But, like, Humans, because, like, a lot of Gorillaz songs do feature, like, rappers and everything, and like try to collab with people who may be popular or maybe not as popular to either give their songs more attention or give attention to other artists, especially as they evolve, especially as they grow and get a lot more popularity. They're like, hey, we want you guys in, and you know, basically give you a platform to advertise your music. Like when you listen to like of course when you listen to like early Gorillaz stuff, you get like Dell and like Clint Eastwood, where it's mostly his song. Like, it really just is his song, and the Gorillaz sing, like, the chorus. But, like, instrumentally, it sounds like what they would typically make. And, like, that's cool. And it feels like their own. And, like, the rapper is guest starring, like, featuring in it, which is cool. Or, like, say in Feel Good Inc. Honestly, one of their best fucking songs, and reasonably most popular because it truly is a lightning in a bottle kind of song. Like half of that song is Gorillaz, and the other half are the rappers featuring in it, and like it's very cool and it's like great. But like when I listen to a lot of stuff from Humans, it's very in character for Gorillaz, but it feels more like, again, it feels more like the Gorillaz are like giving a platform, like, hey, you can feature on this album and work on your stuff as you wish, and we'll just give you the album here, or like give you the song here, and like it's cool, but it's just not my taste. And like some of the songs are good, and like a lot of people, from what I gather, shit on Humans for being political, which, like, no, you can't shit a Gorillaz song for being political, because, like, then you haven't heard of a Gorillaz song, because most Gorillaz songs are quite political. Like, can you look at me and tell me Kids with Guns is not a political song? That Feel Good Inc. isn't? That, let's see, Rhinestone Eyes isn't? Like, you know, there's a lot of, they regularly go off of political stuff and aren't afraid to go off on it. But the fact it was mostly featuring, from what I'm aware of, more of a rap influence, or like, I'm pretty sure like, Saturn's Bars, was like, it's one of the bigger, it's one of the songs a lot of people know from the album of Humans, because it's got a music video. And like, again, it's not my taste because it has like that really weird, that really, how do I say this? Like, I don't like the tone of it's like really bad, in my opinion. Like, I don't like its auto-tune. I think it's a bit too heavy, and like, I don't really get to hear a lot of the singer's voice. But like, it's about, the prison system of Jamaica. And it's like very interesting, or like someone's experience through like dealing with prison in Jamaica, and that's what the guest star rapper is, from, and his experience, and like that's really cool, and like very interesting to hear about, and very cool story. It's a shame that I just don't like the presentation of it. It's definitely an album that's like I wish I enjoyed more, or his songs I wish I enjoyed more. But hey, it's also got it does have a song that I know I enjoy because I love, what is it? Fuck, I need to look it up. Fuck. Shit. Andromeda. That's the song I'm thinking of. I love Andromeda. So, it's at least got that. Like, I can't say that, Humans is completely horrible. Because, like, again, I haven't listened to the full album. I don't even know if it's fully good, fully bad. I just know, like, some of the songs I've listened to are like, I just don't prefer this. Gorillaz how I discovered, motherfucking Doom? Is it supposed to be a motherfucker, or is it supposed to just be MF Doom? I'm glad to let you discover other things. Just MF. Okay. Cool. Hey, I mean, honestly, I think it's really cool that you saw another. Oh, okay. It's one of the most famous rappers. Cool. I don't know much about rap. So that's, yeah. I'm pretty white boy. But like, it's really cool because like, I do think that's a really cool thing that like Gorillaz does. Again, they give a platform for like letting people, showing off other rappers, and everything, and giving other artists a platform off their success. I think that's really cool. Because like, it introduces a lot of people to different types of artists that they may not normally listen to. What's your favorite band? Because like, if it's sludge metal, like, I won't promise you that I'll give it a try just because I know that's just not my cup of tea. But then again, that Diablo swing. Diablo orchestra swing, though. Yeah. Oh, what's another good, I know I also enjoy the Now Now. That one's also a pretty good one for Gorillaz. Like, it's got some vibes. Like, I remember in like 2017, I was really excited when Humility dropped because I was like, oh shit, new Gorillaz album? Because like, at that point, like, there hadn't been another Gorillaz album in like a few years, and with the Gorillaz and their track record, you never really know how soon they're gonna come out with a music video, because sometimes they're, or not music video, like an album. Like, now they've been a lot faster with them, like making them every other year or so. But like, before then, they would do it like every few years. They would just be like, yeah, we want to make another album, and we'll make another album. And they just really did it at their own pace, which is super valid and good for them. But it was just sort of like, all right, well, you just have to deal with whenever Gorillaz feels like it. And like, you know, like, I think the gap between, like, Plastic Beach and Humans is, like, 6 years? But meanwhile, like, after the Now Now, they just, like, a year later, it's like, fuck yeah, we're releasing more songs, or releasing musical... What was it? What was their, It was, like, the Musical Machine or something, where they would just, like, drop singles that would, like, eventually become the album, which is really cool, and a good way to advertise your content. Weed Eater. Alright, I might check out Weed Eater, just because I think that's a fun name. There's a certain sense of awareness with that. Alright, did I hit the boys? I did. Cool. But, yeah, I think Gorilla's good. Oh, can only... Okay, I was thinking, like, can I only afford 2? But yeah, I just remember being really excited when I saw the music video of Melody, which also just features Jack Black in it. Which is like, fuck yeah, dude. Fuck yeah, Jack. Going knocking futz. Bum, bum, ba-da-bum. He's just there to have a good time. I don't even know if he's involved in the production of the actual music. It's just like, he's there. Alright, hope you get some good rest, Silver Frog. But yeah, like, I think with the Now Now, songs I really like is, oh, still just got rolls, I forgot that. But yeah, I really enjoy, like, you know, Humility, because that was just a good vibe. Like, that's just a song that makes me feel happy, you know? Like, it came out near the summer, it's like, goddamn, it sure, no, wait. Yeah, no, it came around in the summer, and the album came around, like, December, November. But, like, I remember it came out, and I was like, ah, this is some summer vibes, dude. You'll hate Weed Eater, but it'll still give it a try. Oh, okay. I'll give it a try, at least from its name. Because I do think it's funny. And then I can say I've listened to Weed Eater. And jokingly recommend it to people. What up? I saw you beat a defenseless kid. I just love that Azumarill just looking at its reflection, just contemplating. Like a bear sitting down to enjoy. Because I just like how bears sit down and like just appreciate. Like, bears are good animals. They're the type of animal where it's like, hey man, just enjoy your life. You can be alone. That's cool. You're having a good time though, and that's all that matters. Okay, let me see. I know another song I really enjoy from the Now Now. I really enjoy Hollywood. That one, that's a fucking bop. And hey, Snoop Dogg's pretty cool too. Trans Out's pretty good. I found it really cool that video, that song had a music video. What else was in the Now Now? I know I like some of those songs from Now Now. I don't really think it's meant to be funny. Just it really like goes. Oh, I know. I just think it's like slightly juvenile. Like, hey, maybe you should go weed eater. No, I've got. If I want to fake out, I've got a person to fake out. Yes. Like, if I told people, like, hey, check out Weed Eater, I don't think they'd believe me. Like, I don't know. I think it's a fun. Can I battle you? I'm just raising my Pokemon. I just want to do it as a little favor. Can you do that for me? A little favor for me? Little funny guy? Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Oh boy, that boy got an uproar. Can't go to sleep. Just fun fact, you can't put Pokemon that are in uproar to sleep. That's like the only slightly good thing about that ability, I guess. Or not that ability, that move. Nice. Oh, excuse me. Wow. Ah. Gas said happens now. Burp curse, burp curse. Not very effective. Local dog bullies babies. Like the frontman tapes a bottle of cough syrup to his arm and chugs it. Oh God! How long? Fucking rip, my guy. Dude, he's just doing it because he's just got a cold. He's doing it for not recreational purposes. He's doing it because he's got the old summer flu. That one. Remember, kids, don't chug entire bottles of cough medicine. Don't do it. It is not good, unless you're the coughing a lot. Hi there. Hi there. I'm gonna try Athlon, but like, fucking battle. How? Sped. I ran out of energy. The man collapses in front of me. Bum-ba-rum. But oh, another triathlon. Yes. Ooh. Oh. Hi, Amy. Oh, cool. Ah, shit, Amy. Sorry to hear. Alright, bye. There is Tasty here. I get that. I really do. I'm not even being facetious. I do get that. You boys ever go out to a nice, like, summer day and the air is this tasty? This makes you want to go, mmm, good air. There's a crispness to it. Alright, chat, here's a way I can get you all engaged. What does your local air taste like? Not smell like. What does it taste like? When you look at the air, what does it taste? Clouds? Perhaps? Well, okay. Brain is having a big thought here. Cause if it tastes like clouds, that implies it's a very humid place. Because didn't you know clouds are water? I don't know. I don't want to learn more. Also, if I sound as tired, I just know like a minute ago. Just vibes. No, I don't want to learn roar. Okay, thank you. Like, I just got hit with a brick wall of tired. So if I beat Watson and don't want to go further, even though I totally could, that'll be why. Wow. Because yeah, I know today's been a bit of a long day for me. I know people asked me how I was doing like 2 hours ago, but hey, I'm gonna give you the real truth. That's right, you've all been patient with me. So basically, my day has gone from undersleeping because I brain decided, hey, play funny civilization game. And I was like, oh, I like to play funny civilization game until like 1:30, and I had to get up at like 7:30 to get like more sleep, to get like a reasonable amount of sleep, considering, which is about 6 hours. Yay. But yeah, get that, then and then go out to work, which I would do for X hours, and I come back and I had about an hour where I did some self-care that I really needed to do, and then I went to I went on a call with some of my friends because we wanted to do a TTRPG session, because we had one on Sunday, but we didn't have all our players, and the vibe didn't hit. So we wanted to have one with all the players there, so then we felt like we made it. We really made it what it's worth, and actually made some progress. Oh, is that gonna focus? Huh. But yeah, so basically I went through a whole session of good roleplay and very tense combat. And yeah, Then I ate, watched some programs with the grandmama, and then I came here. So I've been pretty on a lot today. But overall, it's been alright. I just want to get some sleep tonight. Like, doesn't matter when. I just want to get my sleep, you know? But, yeah. No, the game I was playing was also really cool, because it wasn't, because usually my main, tabletop game of choice is, like, D&D, which is pretty reasonable. Like, it's a very popular choice, and it's for a reason, because D&D's fucking rad. Alright? It's a good game. But, occasionally I like to mix it up a bit, and there's one game that, yeah, man, imagine if some guy going on the internet to play video games is a fucking nerd. That's fucking crazy, and I totally don't play D&D live every other Monday at KBAngel on twitch.tv, which you can check out, again, every other Monday. And if you want to catch up on sessions, there's always some on their YouTube channel of the same name. But yeah, wouldn't that be fucking weird, though? Wouldn't that be a fucking nerdy thing to do? Anyway, wacky, right? Man, it would be real wacky if you wanted to see me play a bastard rat girl, huh? Would be crazy. But yeah, but I was playing a game called good thing there's no nerds here, only chads. Hey, it's okay. You could be a nerd, but also we could be kings. Hey, you could be a nerd and a chad, cause like, as long. How goes the football, son? How are those Giants fighting those Cowboys? Imagine being a bastard Chad. I'm being the best. Oh, the best is Chad. I'm sorry, I had bastard in my brain because I was thinking of my bastard rat. But yeah, yeah. The game I was playing today is a game called City of Mist, which is a really cool game. I know, right? Great way to sell a game. But basically, Bastard Rat? Yeah, fuck City of Mist. I'm just gonna show my D&D game that I'm in with KB. But yeah, I play a rat girl in D&D. The Night Devil. Yeah, I play a rat girl in a D&D game that's streamed. Her name's Rosie. She's an arcane trickster. She's like a rogue that uses like a little bit of magics for bastard reasons. And she's there just to cause problems on purpose and cheat in mundane activities. Like, for example, we had one session where, oh, hey man, that's okay, Knight. Like, especially if they're like starting out, just being that one viewer really does help, especially if you're active in chat. Like, again, everyone counts. Like, literally, the view count is there. But no, I'm glad you were there for them, though. Like, seriously, I know some friends who I can't make their streams because I'm streaming, and it's... I'm distracted, but here. Man, understandable. Aw. Well, hey, you know what? That's pretty cool that you're that supportive, though. Great eyebrows. Like, seriously. To a lot of people, that probably means a lot. That's why I gotta survive. Hey, I mean, you're helping other people survive, too, man. Symbiotic relationships. I mean, you have been pretty chill and loyal so far, cause like, I see you basically every stream since like you popped in a raid, and that's pretty cool. It's pretty nice to see regulars. But yeah, back to Rosie. Rosie is a rat person who can anamorph to a rat and a person if she wishes. I enjoy doing mundane bullshit with her. Like just fucking around. Like I know we had one session where we had a pair of sessions where we had some downtime between dungeons, and we hanged out in like this town. Because it's a pirate game, by the way. So we're like in town for a little bit before we go to like our next main dungeon for like this like treasure. To like go to this next place in the treasure map, and I go out and we find out there's like this big horse race going on, and I just immediately think, oh shit, I want to cheat in that and win. And our paladin hears about this this hag that's like ruining this guy's life, and she's like, okay, well, we gotta do the right thing and help this guy out. And being a bastard rat, I was like, cool, I don't care about the right thing, but if you owe me a promise or slash a favor, I'll totally do it. And then like right after killing the witch, he's like, cool, I want a horse to race on. And I got a horse all right. Because our wizard was inspecting like these magic, like the spell book, got some really powerful spells. And one of them was Summon Dazzling Steed, which is like a homebrew spell the DM made. And it's a pretty high level spell. And he let a cleric be in the town that was high enough level to cast it for us. And he did it for free because he was interested in a new spell that hadn't been used before, and him being like the first one to do it. So I basically got a buffed unicorn who has 100 base speed, which mind you, a horse typically has an 80 base speed. So I got a fast as fuck horse that can also teleport once per day, by the way, and do like a lot of magical bullshit. Like it is a strong horse, and I very much cheated and got away with it, and it was a very fun session to get away with cheating. Because like, you know, as an arcane trickster, I would use like in the first round, I just went the normal speed and would just want to fuck around with each one individually. Like, as an arcane trickster, I have access to very few spells, but they're very fun spells. Like, for example, I would run with the horse, be very fast with it, and try to use color spray and flavor it as the dust going into their eyes to blind them. And basically just be like, oh man, you were just beaten by my horse, you just couldn't see. That's like I was gonna win anyway, but like, haha, funny that happened like that, huh? Or like use like some illusions to like make it look like there's an obstacle in the way when there isn't, freaking out the horse. Like stuff like that. And in the last round, in the last sort of like final home stretch of the race, one guy who was like the horseman of the king, like the king's representative, accused me of cheating, which I totally was. But reasonably, I was playing up that I'm innocent and this man's just a sore loser. And he challenges me to a rematch, in which that We race one-on-one, like, we race different times and we see who's the fastest. Like, no intervention between each other, just whose horse is faster. And with my horse, that goes 100 feet in 6 seconds, in a span of 6 seconds, while dashing to make it 200 feet in 6 seconds, per 6 seconds. Like, I beat that record in actual seconds, like an ungodly amount, and likely made a rule for no magic horses, which is fantastic to Rosie, to know they made a rule specifically not to allow shit like this because of her. Yeah, and I likely ruined that man. Some say I may have ruined the sport, but honestly, I think I just ruined that man's career because, as far as he knows, like, as far as everyone else knows, like, the common people, they just see me, this fucking rat show up, go around and go like, ha ha ha, I was accused of cheating, and then crunched this man. Absolutely demolished him after he accused me of cheating. I didn't even use any magic bullshit. That wasn't even the cheating part. So yeah, if you like antics like that, check out Voltamitis. That's the name of the game. And again, it's on YouTube. If you look up KB Angel on YouTube or Twitch, those are good places to check it out. And again, we do it every other Monday. I know last session was this Monday, so it'll be in 2 Mondays from now will be the next session. And yeah, that gives you plenty of time to try and catch up. To catch up. But yeah, back to what I was originally talking about before someone asked about Rat Girl. So another game I play other than D&D is a game called City of Mist, which is really fucking cool. All right. So the premise of City of Mist is basically it's a mystery game, like it's like a you know, you're like a detective, or like it's sort of based around like solving mysteries, but people have powers based off of like people or creatures from like mythology or history or literature, like those types of topics, and they get sort of powers and characteristics from them, and everything. And the more that they're in tune with these powers, the more they may become like that story. Because there's like a entity that gives you these powers that is the story, like that is the character, and they want to influence you to meet their goals and everything. And it's pretty cool. Because yeah, it's basically like a mystery game with superpowers. But how we've interpreted it, or this is how our DM did, before things spiraled out to the scale it has now, he basically thought it was more like a good way to implement more of like a superhero campaign with mysteries and conspiracies in it. But it very much is a game more for more built for mysteries over fights, because strong foe, like, combat is scary in that game, because basically you don't have health in that game. It basically goes on like if you get inflicted by like certain conditions, when you get attacked you basically get a condition, and the more you get inflicted of that condition, it will affect your rolls, giving you like a penalty to them, and it can really death spiral. But the game itself is pretty cool because it's really flexible of like what you can have, because literally the mythos, which are the powers, can be based off like any literature, any literary character, any historical character, any mythological character. Like if you want to, you could just have fucking Spider-Man as your mythos. if you wanted to. And you can get powers around that and in a general guideline. And a lot of the powers that you get are more like they're vague concepts. Like you can have like a general type of powers and it'd be like, hey, I want these tags that like these sort of abilities or factors that I want to add into my abilities to make me roll better. And you can decide whatever they are in like nice little quippy ways. And you can apply those to any roll as long as the only restriction is you can't like spam them every turn. You have to like wait another turn for like a cooldown. But yeah, it's very fun. And it's got like a cool like sense of world building where like if you don't have any like of these superpowers, the world basically shifts it so that other people to basically censor it so that people either have like a mundane explanation for it or they just do not see. And I think that's real cool. Like say if you had let's see, like a mythos of like the Little Mermaid and you got like a power that made your voice sound really good, to be sort of, or like a siren and have that like sort of entrancing like effect, people would just think you're a really good singer, you know? And that's just how they would justify it. Or like if you had the power to cause fires and like you blew something up, how reality may alter it would be like, oh, a gas station blew up near where you used your power, so like that's where the fire happened and everything, and everyone goes like, oh shit, the gas station exploded. And I think that's really cool, because like it's like the equivalent of like if you watch JoJo and like how people can't see stands, and how they have to rationalize how stands work. It's like that, but with a bit more extra steps, and I think that's pretty cool. Yeah. But yeah, City of Mistwood, very good. And I know it takes place in the 80s and everything, and it's at the point now we have been in an era of what that I have dubbed Superpower Vietnam, where basically the most powerful like superpowered people are basically in a battle royale around each other for dominance in not LA. So yeah, fun times had by all. But I know we are going to have, in the near future, we're going to have, like after this campaign, we're going to have a bit more of a goofier, a game that's more focused on mysteries, like how the game is supposed to be made. Taking place like 10 years later in the 90s in a small town. And I'm thinking for that game, I want a Mothman mythos. I want to have Mothman powers. And like, there's some categories of like abilities you can pick up for superpowers. Like, say, if you want to have like, more trickster abilities, more like knowledge abilities, etc. And how I want to do like the build over time with the Mothman power set is I sort of imagine like this nerdy, anxious kid that wants to be like left alone. Having this power, and that's why he gets some of the Mothman powers, because like Mothman is a cryptid that's usually like isolated, and not many people really get to see it, and all that. And his main ability initially is to basically have like Spidey sense. Because he's just very anxious. He's just like, alright, what's the worst that's gonna happen? And he gets to see the worst that gets to happen. Because Mothman often has like the rumor of like it's being more like a savior, like it like foretells that bad things are gonna happen. All right, Ice Crystal, enjoy your nap. But yeah, and then like later on, I would give it like flight um, and like some defense abilities, like it being really blurry and can't be like captured. Oh no, that's so late. Please get some sleep. Why have you been up for? Why have you been up for longer than that? Like, unless your sleep schedule just accounts for that. Which I hope it does. I hope you're just nocturnal. Or go to bed really early. Squonce. Still. But yeah, I'm really excited for Mothman. Moth Boy. And also, another way how this game sort of like builds around you getting powers is there are two types of abilities you can have. You can have abilities based off of your superpowers and like the entity or like character that's like attached to you to give you your powers. Or like it's all about your powers and like the mysteries that they want to solve, you know? Like say if you were like say for example you were like, I don't know, fucking Snow White, right? And your goal is to find like your true love, you know? Like something like that. Or like if you were Aladdin, right? And just wanted to like how do I grant my wishes? You know, like stuff like that, right? You know, like those goals. And then you have like your logos, which is like your mundane abilities. Like, what makes you a typical person? What just makes you, like, I don't know, your name's Craig? What makes you Craig? You know? And like, so like, what's like really playing off of like, well, what's your personality? And like, what kind of traits do you get for having a lot of it? What do you get for, you know, having a daily routine? Or like, hey, do you practice like, I don't know, sports ball? What kind of things do you get from sports ball? You know, like little things like that. That's pretty cool. So really, it has like a cool dichotomy of like who you are with and without powers and how you have your life. Or do you just go full in this world of fantasy and just sort of like lose your own like mundane life to have this more extravagant world of power and fantasy and all that. And it's very interesting. Because like in the setting, there's like different types of, you know, people with power. Like you can be like, you know, you could be like a sleeper, like you don't have any powers, like you're just a guy. You can be touched because like you have like some power, you have like one small power set, but like for the most part you're pretty typical. Borderliner is like 50-50. But then when you get to legendary, it's like, okay, well you only have like one thing that really tethers you as like a mundane person, but like you're mostly dipping into like a lot of these powers, and like you've got a lot of abilities that's like pretty wild for like a normal person to have. And then the last stage is Avatar, where you just like get rid of everything that makes you a normal person. You just go full into your character, and oftentimes that can lead you to, if you do it too fast, you can just end up being an amalgamation of what your character is, like what your mythos is, and what you are, and it sort of congeals into like a hybrided entity where it's not quite you anymore, and you're powerful, but you really just like leaned into this power more than like, you know, harness it. If that makes sense. It's very cool. I swear. Very cool. Way to go. American white guy. Tread the floor for 400 years. Alright, why don't we give everyone some cherry berries? Yes. 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 Alright, Watson, round 2, baby. Oh, well, good thing I have my cherry berry. My funny little cherry berry. No, it's a shame that I used it early. Alright, well, we wasted his potion. That's good. Oh, smelly. Smelly stinko. Smelly stinko bot. Get out of here. Alright. They're gone. No longer here. Man, it's a real shame. It's a real shame that No, it's not even that. I thought it was Antler, but it's not Antler. It's not even that. It's not even that cool. Because, like, if so, I'd be like, oh, that's at least cool for this bullshit bot to pretend to be invested in entities with antlers. Whoop. Fight, flinch. Flinch. Please stop. Cool. Flinch. Stop. Yeah. Oh. Flinch. Please stop. can't survive another. Of course, when I use like sand attack, you're like, don't see. Oh no. Oh no, Mario. Right, return. Free damage. Let's see. Damn, I think we're gonna have to heal up. Special boy. Semi-joke, semi-serious. Yeah, no, I get that. No, I used to be that. Like, I'm not really that anymore, but I really used to be more like that. Like, I tend to be more like a mom figure now. Well, I always was like a mom friend, but more now I'm like, yeah, I've calmed down from like, well, thankfully I haven't had need to be as much of a therapist. But no, I could be a mom friend. Ah! Knots. See, I'm more the mom friend because I'm like the type of person that asks like, hey, are you taking care of yourself? Hey, are you doing X, Y, and Z? Are you drinking water? Are you eating well? Are you blah 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 blah? Nice. Hey, Kronos. Nice health. Nice health. But hey, be a father figure. Not many people could be proud fathers, or at least not many fathers are good fathers. So, good for you taking up that mantle. The real fathers are the dads you made along the way. Yeah, I love them when they were my kids. They called me dad once by accident, and I was like, finally, I have accepted this. No, I get that. Hi there, Mira. How are ya? Hell yeah, I'm glad you're doing good. Right now we're fighting Watson again because my plan was to fight Flannery and Maxie But there was a little bit of a problem. I didn't save last time. I made a big oops accident, and I did not save. So here we are. Here we are doing it again. We're gonna heal. Yeah, at least Shockwave doesn't get a buff. Howl. I would tell you, remind you, but I always forget because my memory of a walnut. Understandable. I mean, I usually save a lot, so that's why I was like really surprised that I didn't save. Give me 24 bucks. Nice. Now you too can shock the waves. Alright, so I was again planning to go a lot farther today, but it's around midnight and I'm pretty tired because I've had a long day. So I'm just gonna go to the Pokemon Center, save, on the game, but now I'm oof. But yeah, I'm going to heal up, save, and I'll look to see who to raid. I know my some of the VTubers that I normally see aren't here right now, or at least they've sort of logged off for the night. There we go, save. So I looked a little ahead of time to see who else is playing Pokemon Emerald right now. And the most interesting one I saw was someone trying to do trying to win only with Blaziken. So we're gonna be trying to raid this, if I'm pronouncing them right, Lyric, yeah, this Lyric fella. So I'm just gonna type in the little raid command, little funny raid thing. This Lyric is spelled a little weird. Alright, so I'm gonna read this Lyric 1121 and see how they're doing with that Blaziken run. Yeah, I'm gonna raid them. Oh no. Oh no, I feel like I am a fool. Here, I'll just copy paste their name. So then I can be a better Tad. Yeah. Yeah, I'll be streaming again tomorrow at 9:30 as well to do more Code Vein. I don't know if we'll finish the game because apparently I've been told there's like a few more bosses. I thought I was around final boss, but we'll see. I'm having a good time with it, so yeah. So I'm gonna. Well, all right. So yeah, we're getting the raid ready, and before I leave, I just want to wish that you all have a good day or good night, and I wish you only the best. All right. Bye bye.